Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber. Thanks for stopping by Gaming with Bill. I got a pretty big box here, pretty big box. I'm going to put it down on the chair next to me after I cut it open, so it'll be easier to deal with that time. And you're probably wondering, what is this old man doing? Well, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But this is an unboxing, and that shelf is going to be getting pretty heavy. So let's get down to the table or in the chairs and see what we got going on. This has been a pretty busy week of deliveries for me. You know, they all seem to all be coming at once. I wait forever, and then they all pile up on me. So I got the box next to me. You can see that it's a pretty big box. It is from Noble Knight Games, and we're going to take a look at the first one. Okay, the first one is the Deadly Woods, the Battle of the Bulge. Now, I've had this on my want list for a long, long time, and it's by, I have other Bulge games, but it's by Ted Racer, okay? And I really like Ted Racer's. I own the Dark Sands, and I own the Dark Summer, and this is consistent with him. This is from Revolution Games, and it's consistent with him. He's designed this as a chit pool system, which makes playing solitaire so much better and so much fun. You know, this came out in 2021 by Revolution Games, and like I said, we're got it in there. It's been on my list for a long time, so that's probably why I ordered it. It was used. It's supposed to be in near mint, and it says that Hitler launched a massive offensive against the weakly held Ardennes forest section of the Allied force in Belgium. I have been there several times, and I would have hated to fight in that battle. Okay, I had to be in the area. It's beautiful, but not back in those days. It's a two-player, chit-driven, operational level war game, covering the Battle of the Bulge from December 16th, which is my birthday, 1944, but I was born in 46, to January 15th, 45. So I'm looking to get this. It won't be too much longer. Get this. My queue is getting big, as you've seen some of the other stuff this week, and some of the stuff that's still to come. All right, what do we got next in this box? Something that feels heavy. Wow, it does feel heavy. Wow, yeah, I've had this one on quite a while, but I was afraid to pull the trigger. This is the Silent War 2.0. Includes the Japanese 2.0, the United States submarine campaign against the Imperial Japan, 1941 and 1941, with updated rules, charts, playing pieces, and new scenarios. Why I had this on my chart, I don't know. I do like submarine games. Okay, this is from Compass Games. See what I got here for a note on this one. This is an enhanced, this came out in 2023, is an enhanced version of the 2005 original release. And we got to look at the back. Got that fan going, but it's not bothering us today as far as I can see. Okay. Silent War is a completely new edition of the original Silent War and unpublished for the first time in 2005. Based on hundreds of detailed playthroughs and direct feedback, the game has incorporated numerous objectives, improvements, and additions without altering the essential play of the game. All right, this is going to be kind of probably big. So this is going to be have to hit the learning table when I can get all these things punched and sorted and start learning. So that was the second thing, and it is heavy. Silent War 2.0. This is definitely going to make that shelf hit. All right. Third thing, there's 4 things in here. What was I thinking of? Why was I ordering all this stuff? Heaven knows. But that'll cut down on my purchasing for the rest of the year. All right, and here is Soviet Dawn, the Russian Civil War, 1918 to 1921. Some of you that follow me know that I had originally ordered this at the sale with Worthington, but when it came in, all of the Soviet Dawn games had been ruined by water, so that I didn't get it. But I found it at a reasonable price. It says Soviet Dawn Deluxe Edition brings the let's see, Darren Leveloff's game system back to a much larger storytelling adventure covering the Russian Civil War 1921 with several enemy fronts converging on Moscow. This is a States of Siege game. You can deal with the, I do like States of Siege games. Sometimes they're pretty hard, but I got through a real tough one years ago, Cruel Necessity, but that was a lot of fun, but it took me a while to get through, so I'm sure I'll get through to this. I was speaking with the people from Worthington up at Thompson Expo, and was it them? I don't remember if it was them I was talking to or not. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is from Worthington, and let's see what do I have a note on this one here? Nope, 2021 it come out in the State of Siege game, Soviet Dawn. Okay, last but not least, way down there, not near as heavy as this. It's pretty heavy. Now this is For What Remains, Out of the Basement. This is created by David Thompson. This is a post-apocalyptic or apocalyptic, or however you want to say it, game with published through Dan Verson Games. Now there's 3 games in this series. There's this one, which apparently is the 3rd one, but they're all standalones. And then there's the Streets of Ruin and Blood on the Rails. Streets of Ruin was the first one. I tried to find it. I couldn't. It was out of stock on Dan Verson's, and he says that once these are all out of stock with him, he's not going to replace them. It was out of stock with Noble Knight. I did see one for Blood on the Streets. What is it, Blood on the Streets? I did see one on eBay. So I want to see how this plays and whether I like it or not. Maybe I'll go on eBay to get the number one, the first one. But there hasn't been a David Thompson game or that he's been associated with or designed that I didn't like. This is a dynamic skirmish level war game set in post-apocalyptic near future. It can be played competitively with 2 players or can be played solo. There are 2 modes of play, skirmishes and campaigns. Skirmishes are standalone games for a single victory, lasting with no lasting repercussions. Campaigns are a series of skirmishes linked together to form a larger narrative. Out of the Basement is a standalone core set for the What Remains. It includes the Ethan and Order factions and the Out of the Basement campaign. Pretty cool. This was a pretty big load. It's the recap. This is Out of the Remains from David Thompson, published by DVG, but I got it from Noble Knight since I was out there. Soviet Dawn, and that is published by Worthington. I don't know if I can. Worthington doesn't list their, until you get into the rule books, it normally doesn't list their designers. Okay, let me know which, I'm going to move sure, let me know which ones you think that you're really interested in seeing. And then here's this one, Silent War 2.0. This is really a heavy box. From Compass Games. And the first one I pulled out from Revolution Games, the Ted Racer game, The Deadly Woods, The Battle of the Bulge.